I'm riding north into a region that's known as the Turtle Mountain. It's a plateau that juts out of the prairies around it and sticks out so much you can see it from space. The Turtle Mountain is a rare wooded area in these parts, with one half of it in Manitoba, Canada, the other half in North Dakota. It is home to a state park, state forest, provincial park, the Turtle Mountain Reservation, and the International Peace Garden. North Dakota is known as the Peace Garden State, so I kind of went a ways out of my way to get here. It's also a good excuse to get out of the plains for a bit into some more interesting forested, curvy highways. To get to the Peace Garden, a garden that straddles the border of both countries, you need to pass around customs. The real relationship between Canada and the United States goes back to the War of 1812, where Great Britain, which ruled Canadian territory, fought against the United States, a country that was not even 50 years old at the time. To the two North American countries, it was a huge deal, but to the greater European powers of the time, it was simply a different theater in the greater picture that was the Napoleonic Wars. I could go way into it, but I believe the plan is to cover that war in Season 4, when I actually pass through much of the territory where that war was fought in Canada. The end result of that war were two countries that claimed victory. To the United States, they had actually fought off the world superpower, the Empire of Britain, for the second time and had lost no territory. To the Canadians, it was the first time they'd actually worked together as a political unit, united against a common foe. We're talking French and British Canadians alike, which have their own complicated historical relationship. Anyway, both North American powers were brimming with national pride after the War of 1812, and you can say that they actually became best friends and partners ever since. They fought alongside each other in some of the planet's greatest conflicts and had very few disputes when it comes to neighbors. The United States and Canada shared the longest international border between two nations. It's also said to be the oldest peacetime border in modern history, which is over 200 years. Few borders in the post-colonial era have moved as little, undisputed, with both their neighbors living in peace. To the Native Americans near the US-Canada border, the border was considered the medicine line. Native American braves and warriors would cross the border to regroup and recover after battle, and the seemingly magical line could not be crossed by soldiers of either side. It was the goal of the Nez Perce to cross the medicine line into Canada to recuperate with Sitting Bull. The stories of each are found in earlier episodes of the season.
I didn't bring my passport, but technically, I'm in Canada right now. In the International Peace Garden. The United States and Canada, second largest and the fourth largest countries that border each other, also have the longest unguarded border militarily. And I didn't intend on staying too long. I believe I'm in the province of Manitoba. So that's a first, actually. Sticking to the northern side of the park, like I feel like I'm trespassing in Canada. This line right here, this water going down the middle of the park, is the parallel that the border of the United States and Canada is on. This is it. Canada over here, United States over here.
The Peace Garden was established in 1932 during the Great Depression on a border site that was close to the geographical center of North America. During the groundbreaking ceremony, 50,000 people came from all over to attend, and a plaque was fastened to a dedication cairn right at the 49th parallel, stating, "We two nations dedicate this garden and pledge ourselves that as long as men shall live, we will not take up arms against one another." Every year, thousands of flowers are planted to create some of the most unique visual displays. In 2010, Rotary International, the North American Firefighters Union, and Manitoba Infrastructure donated the 9/11 Memorial that holds debris from the collapsed World Trade Center towers. 9/11 memorial services are held here in remembrance of the terror attack. This may come as a shock to you, but the two cement towers that were put up as a 9/11 memorial were demolished in 2017. This video was taken in the summer of 2016.
We're very lucky to have such great neighbors. I think of Canada as maybe a little brother in terms of how they're, I guess, picked around by the stronger brother, but the younger brother is also maybe taller and smarter. Okay, well, as much as I'd love to stay here on Bell Tower, it's really pretty. This place is absolutely gorgeous. It's beautiful. If you ever get the chance, I would go to the Peace Garden in the Peace Garden State. I'm now officially, I've gone to Canada. interesting thing too is that the Customs and Border Control is literally right down the middle of this, and I was like, holy crap, can I get in without a passport? And you can. It's a really nice place. I wish I could stay longer, but I'm gonna head due south and maybe escape some of this rain. But according to forecasts, the entire eastern half of the state is gonna be full of rain, so